Tackling the new millennia with soulful vocals and a piano at her fingertips, 20-year-old singer-songwriter Alicia Keys defied expectations with her debut album, Songs in A Minor. For the last few years, Keys had her album rejected and was moved around to other music labels until record producer Clive Davis bought her contract. Noticing her potential, the music career of Alicia Keys was born. Its style is predominantly neo-soul, containing lyrical themes of relationship, turmoil, displacement, belonging, and existential reflection. The presence of the piano remains a strong and integral part of her music, as she was trained in classical piano when she was a child. From more poppy, playful melodies as seen in Girlfriend to the classical elegance of Piano and I, where she opens with a rendition of Ludwig van Beethoven's Piano Sonata No. 14, Alicia Keys experiments with genre while retaining a sultry, bluesy voice that threads tracks together into a complete work. Her upbringing and the influences that had surrounded her meant that her influences were varied from funk to R&B. However, new levels of stardom came with her first single entitled Fallen, and to this day is often regarded as Keys' best song. Integrating flurries of piano keys that travel effortlessly up and down the scale, Fallen is a quintessential example of neo-soul as it holds a steady pace through the verses and chorus, which adds to its ballad-like feeling. The track lays down every aspect of a relationship in a candid manner, from the perspective of a person confused by their mixed feelings. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never loved someone the way I love you. Naive yet mature, this is a song of realization that love brings with it some darker, less palatable emotions. After the release of her first album, Alicia Keys immediately became a household name. A flurry of awards was won, including 5 Grammy Awards and numerous end-of-year lists. As of summer 2020, Songs in A Minor is 7 times platinum as confirmed by the RIAA. Nonetheless, the sheer success and mastery demonstrated with her debut album left cynics believing it was a one-hit wonder or a moment of luck. Her sophomore album was under lots of pressure to exceed her past work. Working alongside the likes of Kanye West and Carey Brothers Jr., the Diary of Alicia Keys was born. Their R&B approaches meant that the instrumentation and production harked to the genre, undertaking a slight deviance from her past neo-soul-fueled work. Karma works with a more current, for the time, beat and electronic motives, which Keys responds to with a range of ohs and ahs. Behind the modernity, there are classic elements, which feel more overtly implemented than in her past work. Triumphant strings flirt on the ear and ground the pristine production quality. The combination of classic and contemporary approaches in Karma foreshadows what the rest of the Diary of Alicia Keys experiments with. As a fairly new artist with a rather different sound, Alicia Keys was working through her sound and how she could utilize the rapid popularity of R&B music to her advantage. Keys also demonstrates intimate lyricism, especially in her hit single, If I Ain't Got You, which she was moved to write in response to the death and destruction around her. In particular, R&B legend Aaliyah's death in 2001 moved Keys to reflect on what is and what is not meaningful within life. Comparing materialistic goods to human connection, Alicia Keys disregards the material desires others have in place for the person she loves. She sings, "Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you," with her signature anthemic voice. Aside from her individual successes, Keys began to collaborate with other big-name artists of the early to mid-2000s, most notably with Usher on his 2004 track My Boo. This was the first of many features and collaborations Alicia Keys has worked on throughout her career. Other notable examples include the Bond theme for 2008's Quantum of Solace with Jack White's cinematic Another Way to Die, and her work with Jay-Z on the multi-award-winning track Empire State of Mind. Crossing genres while embracing her own style comes across naturally on Keys' work with other artists and has, as a result, brought some of her best artistry to date. In 2007, As I Am was released after being worked on for the last 2 years. The album spends more time playing around with rhythm than her sophomore effort did, and is reminiscent of contemporaries such as Beyoncé and Shakira. Teenage Love Affair is a heady journey of teenage lust and infatuation, integrating gritty, funky guitar riffs, which are uncommon in Keys' discography. Whilst Like You'll Never See Me Again is a breathy, sensual dedication to physical intimacy, which she delivers lyrics in a higher octave where critics draw comparisons to Prince. Gospel-like backing vocals in this track elevate the romantic track into an ethereal modern take on soul. However, again, what the album is remembered for is the classic piano ballad. No One is a gorgeous flow of pure love song, minimalistic in its formation, of just Keys' vocals and an unblemished piano. A steady release of music has followed since Alicia Keys' formative years as an artist. 2009's The Element of Freedom was not so commercially successful, but it still featured a stellar feature with Beyoncé, Put It in a Love Song, and the mesmerizing, breathtaking Empire State of Mind Part 2, Broken Down. The Part 2 version of the song feels less celebratory than its hip-hop companion, instead feeling inspired and empowered by her hometown. Still, she sings of the streets of New York and the opportunity that she finds around every corner of the city. Simple and imaginative, Keys sings, "Baby, I'm from New York, concrete jungles where dreams are made of, there's nothing you can't find." Girl on Fire in 2012 saw Keys embrace pop and R&B styles once again, which skyrocketed her uplifting title single to the top 10 of many countries' charts. Her 6th album, Here, was a striking record filled with important social commentary about African American life, which demands the listener's full attention. Its intro, the beginning interlude, is more like a spoken poem than a conventional song, as she proclaims, "I'm the mystery of what's inside the speaker cables. I'm Nina Simone in the park and Harlem in the dark." In this track, Keys is proudly acknowledging the many facets of her Black identity, comparing herself to the iconic singer and songwriter and activist Nina Simone, before noting she also held a mystery within her. Within her own personal life, the shift in lyricism and the rising urgency heard in Here coincides with becoming a mother and the importance of heritage and history that can arise with the concept of family. Her latest album, Alicia, released in 2020, revisits some of the tender piano ballad work of her earlier career, with the inclusion of a graceful orchestra, involving some brilliant features from the likes of Sampa, Miguel, and Khalid. Alicia Keys' latest album is a colorful tapestry of genre and style, focused on feel-good, invigorating content. Alicia was well received, reaching the Billboard Top 10 once again. Marking nearly 20 years since her debut album, it is evident that Alicia Keys is one of the most celebrated and talented singer-songwriters in recent memory. Her tender, soulful voice combined with immaculate piano melody is a format which will forever appeal in the world of music. Without having to compromise anything, Alicia Keys has demonstrated how an artist can embrace their essence regardless of the trends around her and come out a beloved musician. You can check out the Carly of Spotify to listen to the original tracks of the artist. It's a curated playlist with the most popular songs.